What's up guys? Today's video is on the top 10 best dual coffee makers. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I'll try to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the most up-to-date prices, and find out more information about these best dual coffee makers, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. Number 1. Hamilton Beach Two-Way Programmable Coffee Maker. Best budget. Dual coffee makers tend to be more expensive than standard drip machines, but this two-way brewer has a budget price that makes each sip of Joe a little sweeter. One side of the machine houses a 12-cup glass coffee pot, and the other is for single servings up to 14 ounces. Both sides are programmable up to 24 hours in advance, so you can have fresh coffee waiting when you start the day. The single-serve side is great for a quick cup at home. Plus it provides enough space to fit a travel mug before the morning commute. No travel mug is included with this machine, however, despite one being featured in product photos. Each side also has its own water reservoir, but neither one is removable. This is common for drip coffee makers, but it's worth keeping in mind that if you plan on placing the coffee maker under your kitchen cupboards, it could be harder to fill the reservoirs. There's a simple dial on the front of the machine to alternate between single, serve, and a full carafe. There, you'll also find a button to produce a stronger brew, which intensifies the flavor and body of the coffee. In all, the machine is extremely easy to use. Capacity, 60 ounces. Dimensions, 11.08 x 12.23 x 13.9 inches. Wattage, 950 watts. Voltage, 110-120 volts. Warranty, 1 year limited. Number 2. Breville Precision Brewer. Most precise dual coffee maker. Breville's Precision Brewer has been my standby for a few years, and as someone who could crush an entire carafe of coffee herself, I'm more than pleased with this machine's work. The coffee is strong, hot, and brews quickly. It's great for anyone who likes to tinker with the precision of their cup. The temperature, brew time, the flavor profile. I end up exclusively using the gold function, but that's just because I'm lazy. In addition to a great vat of coffee, you can also make single-serve cups using the automated pour-over function. You'll need to swap out the flat bottom filter for a cone one, so all of the coffee drips out. The single-serve coffee still tastes great, but it does tend to feel like I'm getting a smaller-sized cup than I measured for. Number 3. Café Specialty Grind and Brew Coffee Maker. Best fancy dual coffee maker. For anyone keeping their penchant for great coffee, front and center of their house, and entire personality, there's no better option than a Café Specialty choice. This one has options for a full pot, single serve, with a built-in burr grinder on top. You can connect it to Wi-Fi and control your brew settings right from your phone. Ideal for anyone who likes to customize their brew strengths and temperatures. The grinder on this is useful and very good for not needing multiple devices on the counter, but it only has 6 grind settings, which is not as precise as some standalone grinders. Number 4. Gevi 10-cup coffee maker. Best dual coffee maker with grinder. Gevi's 10-cup coffee maker has dual functions, as both a burr grinder and a drip machine, and it's great for anyone who doesn't want or require all the bells and whistles of some of the other options. It does those 2 jobs, and it does it well, all without taking up an entire block of counter space. There are 8 grind settings, which is more than some of the other built-in options, and 3 brew strengths. This one does use a glass carafe and a hot plate to keep the coffee warm, which tends to be a strong personal preference. Number 5. Hamilton Beach FlexBrew Trio Two-Way Coffee Maker. Best budget dual coffee maker. Most dual coffee machines make you pay for the fact that it's doing more than one job at a time, but for a multifunctional coffee maker that does both jobs fairly well, Hamilton Beach's FlexBrew is a solid, budget-friendly option. Make a full pot or a single serve, of which there are 5 size options. The coffee brews are good, but not great, and some reviewers find the cups are never quite as hot as they'd like. But for both functions at under $100, it's hard to beat. Number 6. Cuisinart Coffee Center. If you're looking for a straightforward, effective dual coffee maker that'll really deliver the goods, consider checking out the Cuisinart Coffee Center. I have to say I was really impressed by the coffee center during my review, and was able to get some pretty darn tasty coffee from the thing. As with any dual coffee maker, the Cuisinart Coffee Center offers a lot of versatility. You can brew a full 12-cup carafe or select from 3 single-cup sizes. Incidentally, I really appreciated the reusable filter cup for the single-serve side. The manufacturer gets extra brownie points for promoting an environmentally friendly alternative to coffee capsules. Available in several different colors, the Cuisinart Coffee Center is fully programmable. So, you can set the machine to start making coffee as you're stumbling out of bed. This dual coffee maker is also really easy to operate, which is always a good sign. The manufacturer also included thoughtful features like an adjustable hot plate, removable water tank, and a self-cleaning function. Number 7. DeLonghi All-in-One. I'll admit that I wasn't expecting much from the DeLonghi All-in-One before reviewing it. However, having spent time testing the thing, I can tell you I was really pleased with how it performs. Heck, I even included it in my guide to the best DeLonghi espresso machines. Ultimately, if you're looking for the best dual coffee maker for espresso and drip coffee, the DeLonghi All-in-One is worth the $289.99 investment. The drip coffee side has a glass carafe and can be programmed to brew up to 24 hours in advance. Oh, and it'll produce really tasty coffee too. As for the espresso maker side, the pressurized portafilter isn't perfect, but it gets the job done. There's even a nifty manual steam wand over here, so preparing a delicious cappuccino is a breeze. Best of all, the DeLonghi All-in-One features a dual heating system, so you can make coffee and espresso simultaneously. I mean, how cool is that? Number 8. Keurig K-Duo Plus Coffee Maker. Best Keurig. For many years, Keurig coffee makers only produced 1 cup at a time. But now, with models like the K-Duo Plus, some come with full-sized coffee pots. This 2-in-1 device features Keurig's signature single serve brewing done via K-Cup or reusable K-Cup, and adds a 12-cup thermal carafe for when you want a bigger batch. There's a filter that can be accessed on the front of the machine to add freshly ground coffee. We tested roughly 20 Keurig coffee makers, and the K-Duo Plus brewed some of the strongest coffee of the bunch. It's a little weaker and thinner than what a good drip coffee maker brews, but it's tasty and enjoyable nonetheless. We also found that the insulated carafe kept the coffee hot for several hours. If you're making a full pot, you can choose between 6th, August, 10, and 12 cups. If making 1 cup, you can choose 6th, August, 10, or 12 ounces. Keurig makes to other models with a carafe the K-Duo and K-Duo Essentials, and we tested both, but gave the K-Duo Plus the highest overall rating, particularly for its brew quality and space-saving design. It's more expensive than many other items on this list, and perhaps not the best value considering the coffee quality is only solid and not outstanding. However, the benefit of the K-Duo Plus, like most Keurigs, is the convenience and ease of use. Capacity: 60 ounces. Dimensions: 15.88 x 7.68 x 14.19 inches. Wattage: 1500 watts. Voltage. Number 9. DeLonghi All-in-One Coffee and Espresso Maker. Best coffee and espresso. Instead of single-serve drip coffee, this dual brewing device makes delicious espresso shots. It's even more versatile than a standard two-way coffee maker, too, thanks to the built-in steam wand, which lets users whip up lattes, cappuccinos, and more. We tested the DeLonghi All-in-One Coffee and Espresso Maker and found that the steam wand heats up quickly and produces rich milk froth on par with higher-end espresso machines. The steam wand can also alternate between making a denser foam for lattes and lighter, frothier milk for cappuccinos. Normally, the closest you can get to drip coffee with an espresso maker is brewing an Americano, but this gives you the option for both. It has a 10-cup glass carafe and makes a very strong brew. Users can brew espresso and drip coffee at the same time, rather than waiting for side one to finish. A perk for any caffeine-crazed person looking to make a red eye. It's easy to clean up after brewing is finished. And we were pleased to find that there weren't many stray coffee grounds clogging up the machine. The drip tray can overfill quickly, though, so it should be emptied often. This model, the COM 532, is a newer iteration in DeLonghi's line of coffee and espresso makers. The digital touchscreen is one of the biggest upgrades, which bumps up the price a bit compared to the other models. Capacity, 10 cups. Dimensions, 11.0 to x 14.5 to x 12.79 inches. Wattage, 1500 watts. Voltage, 115 volts. Warranty, 1 year. Number 10. Cuisinart Coffee Center Grind and Brew Plus, best with grinder. The Cuisinart Coffee Center Grind and Brew Plus lets you brew a full pot of freshly ground coffee, or quick mugs worth, from a K-cup. The carafe holds up to 12 cups, enough to satisfy a busy household. When we tested the machine, we found that it brews slightly slower than average, taking 9 minutes for the full pot. The coffee is wonderfully hot, though, brewing at 188 degrees, and the flavor on both the carafe and single serve side is strong and tasty. The biggest knock against this machine is that it uses a blade grinder instead of a burr grinder. The latter is generally preferred because it grinds more evenly and with less heat and friction than a blade grinder. We found the grinder quite loud too, which is common with steel blades. The advantage of a blade grinder is that it's significantly more affordable, so the Grind and Brew Plus is a great value for money option, considering it's a dual brewer with a built-in grinder. The design is large, but reasonably so considering the addition of the grinder. Its height is an advantage in one way. However, as the drip tray can be removed to fit a travel mug on the single-serve side, users have an option between 8, 10, and 12 ounces when brewing 1 cup. Capacity, 60 ounces. Dimensions, 10.75 x 11.73 x 15.93 inches. Wattage, 1100. Voltage, 120. Warranty, 3-year limited.